Hi, Aries. So we're going to do your love reading finally. I will make you guys first in the general readings after Scorpio since it's their season because I feel bad. I don't want you guys to feel left out. I think maybe you already feel left out. So let's get an oracle card. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just kind of a feeling I'm getting. You guys feel kind of left out of things at the moment. Daydreams and decisions. Okay. You guys are talking. You guys are talking. Yep. You're working really hard. 10 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. Saving up some money. Saving for a rainy day. Do you feel like you have to hold on to your money? Because you don't have enough? But this guy that's carrying the 10 of Wands, he's still moving. He's still trudging along. You guys are really good at that. Three of Pentacles. Building something from the very beginning. We have the 6 of Cups. I need to move some things. My table got much smaller, as you can see. I'm sorry, the 8 of Cups. Did I say 8 of Cups? Oh. And the Page of Swords. So some of you are possibly thinking about maybe leaving some stuff behind, some emotions behind that you've been carrying that have been really heavy. I'm not going to take all those cards. If they come back around, I'll take them. It's like you're building up you're working really hard to build up your finances, your material stuff, maybe to buy a new place. But with the Page of Swords, this could be maybe somebody spying on you. Somebody's been like watching your every move, not in like a really creepy way, but maybe to kind of like fill you out, see what's going on. You could be doing this to someone as well. It could go both ways. But it definitely looks like, you know, maybe there's like a journey of self that you might need to do. Look inside a little bit. We have the Fool. Definite new beginnings happening. Are you ready? Are you ready to do that? Or are you still planning? Saving up your money. Possibly saving money without letting somebody know. You have the Death card. So a new beginning and some transformation and Temperance. Sagittarius and Scorpio. Temperance also speaks of being very patient with yourself. Taking a good look at yourself and seeing where the balance is needed, you know. And the 2 of Cups. So this definitely has to do with a relationship. Is it renewing a relationship? Maybe looking within yourself to renew a relationship. But I feel like with the Fool, you really want to start something new, something fresh. And I'm feeling that also because of the Death card. Because there's a big, between these 2 cards, the 8 of Cups and the Death card, there's a lot of emotions and feelings and need. We are coming up in Scorpio season. Jupiter just moved into Scorpio. There's a need to refresh who we are. Who we truly are. Not the mask that the everybody else sees. Not the mask we show the world. Who we truly are inside. And if you've been working so hard out, like in the outside of your life, and pretending that everything is okay with you. It could very easily be construed that there's nothing wrong. I'm Aries. I'm good. I'm strong. You guys are very strong. This could also be, you know, you wanting to communicate to somebody about this new beginning that you want. You wanting to communicate maybe with somebody that you love. And this could be like a friendship too. It's a soulmate card. We have soulmates everywhere, right? We have them within our children. We have them within our family, you know, our social groups, and even our spouse. So this new beginning could also be that you want to ask somebody to marry you, you know, but you're really trying to find that purpose within you first. It's like you really want to be able to present yourself as a true, loving, kind, hardworking person. So that was for the Ten of Wands. Let's see if we get anything for the Four of Pentacles. Nope. Not right now. Not right now, they say. So we have the Page of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords. So maybe I'm seeing here that this may not even have to do with work. You may be working really, really hard on a relationship. You want to offer love to somebody, but it seems as though because you've been working so hard, 10 is a completion. You've been working so hard and you're not getting anywhere. You're trudging along and trudging along. So you're thinking of walking away. You know, this lady with the Six of Swords, she's in a gondola, so she's not going very fast, but she's going from rough waters to calmer waters, and she's only using the moon to guide her. And here we go. Moon and moon. This is your intuition. This is what you are wanting. You're not wanting to do it in such a bright light to show the world, you know. This is a very personal experience, a very personal transformation, a very personal part of self. This love reading could very well be loving yourself. Because I don't think we do that very much. And Aries are really good about putting themselves first. And I'm not saying that in a very like arrogant way. I'm saying that in a way that, other signs, and I've said this before, other signs should really sometimes like take the hint from you guys. You know, take care of yourself. Put yourself first. Because not everybody does. So on the Four of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands. Being defensive, the Knight of Cups. Being defensive in your love life, possibly about money. The Ten of Pentacles. Arguments over money. Maybe that's why you're saving money. Maybe you're having to, you know, sock some money away because somebody else has control over it. We talked about that in September. About, you know, if you're letting somebody else have control of what is rightly yours, of course, you're going to want to like hold on to yours really tightly. I would. But it looks like to me that you guys haven't really been putting yourselves first. And you guys really do a lot of loving and caring and nurturing and just taking care of everybody else. But you're also really good at putting yourselves first. You like to look really good on the outside. You take very good care of your appearances. But when we're putting everybody else first for so long, it's exhausting. We don't want to offer love. And if we do try to offer love and it's a defense thing, I'm offering you love because I want you to offer it back to me. That's like being defensive. That's like begging for something that should already rightfully be yours. Holding on to too many pentacles. If this guy doesn't drop a pentacle, then he can't pick up anymore. So on the Three of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Empress, King of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. So we have two people here on top of the Three of Pentacles, which is making me feel like that maybe this could possibly be you were building a life for so long and now you feel like you have to start all over again. You could be taking on either the Queen of Swords energy or the King of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Swords is independent. She's straightforward. She tells you how it is. She does it in a very rational way, sometimes without feeling. She has feelings, but she doesn't show them. She has that very stoic, I'm okay, everything's all right. The King of Pentacles is nurturing and stable and independent as well, and works very, very hard. And he has a lot of emotions, but he doesn't show it. So it seems to me that maybe if you are taking on both of these and the other one is a partner, and this doesn't have to be the genders. This could go either way. And it doesn't have to be these signs either. Just people who take on those qualities. If you're taking on one of these qualities and the other person, this could be a very stubborn relationship. I'm not going to tell you how I feel unless you tell me how you feel. Defensive. Why should I go along with you? What if I want to do what I want to do? And with the Empress, there's definitely maybe there's a baby on the horizon. Or you're feeling like maybe there needs to be a renewal, starting from the groundwork. The Three of Pentacles, starting all over again. With the Seven of Swords, this could be a couple of things. It could be that somebody deceived you. It could be that you are deceiving yourself. Sneaking out the back door with all of your stuff, going in your gondola, taking a little journey because you need transformation, but you're not saying it out loud. You're just doing it on your own. This is a very practical couple. This is a couple, I almost see them as buddies. Maybe best friends. They have a lot in common, except they don't really communicate in the same way. They're both practical. One is a little bit more biting than the other. The Queen of Swords will just keep talking and talking and talking and talking and talking when the King of Pentacles just wants to relax. So you get defensive. And with the Seven of Swords, it kind of gives me the same feeling of the Four of Pentacles. Like you're holding on to your stuff, and instead of you holding on to material things, you're holding on to all of your thoughts. It's like, I feel like I just heard running away with your thoughts. You're like running away with all of these things that you want to say, but you're not saying them. And then in comes the Page of Swords and says, time to say it. And maybe it's just the beginning of a conversation, but if somebody's deceived you, ooh, this is a big opportunity. Maybe you do need to walk away from something that you were emotionally invested in. We have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is very passionate and fiery. This is an Aries feeling right here. I wasn't getting much Aries here until the Ace of Swords came out, and boom, you guys showed up. So I think that that the situation that you're in right now, whether it be in family, in relationships, with friends. It's time to walk away from things that are no longer serving you emotionally. I see this Eight of Cups not as abandonment. A lot of people say this is the abandonment card. To me, this is a journey of self-discovery. That guy's got his walking stick. He's headed up the mountain, and he's doing it at night. He's only using his intuition, his gut feelings, and his red cape. Taking on the world by himself. Finding out who he truly is. And boom, in comes the Ace of Wands and says, here's your opportunity. The universe is handing you your opportunity to do it. So if this is something that you've been sitting with and you've been saving and you've been hoarding and you've thought about it with the Six of Swords, and now we have the Ace of Wands coming on. And energy is fluid. This could be the beginning of October or September, or it could go into November. But the universe is like, it's time. You got to walk away from stuff that doesn't serve you. Because it's time to focus on yourself. It's time to focus on your needs. And this doesn't mean like abandon a family. Going on a journey of self is like a spiritual awakening. It's like waking up one morning and being like, who the fuck am I? And what am I doing here? Why is this my life? This isn't the way I wanted my life to be. I wanted to do so much more. So we have to look within ourselves. And just do. Oh, look, sorry, I gotta stop. Look at my really awesome vintage cup I found. Thrift store. Yeah, if you guys don't know what Hardee's is, I know some of you are across the sea. This is from like the 80s. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Okay. So we're going on a journey of self-discovery, which is needed. Transformation. It's very spiritual. Very, very spiritual. With the Temperance card, it's very spiritual. So with the Page of Swords, is this something that you really need to talk about with someone? Is this an opportunity to, because you could have already gone through like the dark night of the soul. You had that catalyst. Dark night of the soul, in comes this opportunity, boom, you're on your way. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Working, 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 working. You guys are working a lot. And if you're working this much and you're not focused on the spiritual awakening that you need to have, to remember who you are, that information inside your head with the Page of Swords is just going to stay there. This page needs to cut the bullshit out. No wonder you feel left out, you know? And this underlying energy that we have, overlying energy, sorry, of daydreams and decisions, this is exactly what the cards are saying. You have decisions to make. You have dreams in your life. Your life is about to change dramatically. You're going through an amazing transformation. And you're ready to do it because you're the Fool. You can't stand there for too long. It gets uncomfortable in tights. I don't think I've worn tights in years. If you've been through the dark night of the soul, it's really hard, right? Because, I mean, it's like a depression that you haven't had ever in your entire life. And I feel like some of you have been going through that. So how do you handle it? Well, you have to have a support system, at least one other person that understands you, that knows the true you. And if you don't have that around you, you need to find it. Find some, like go on Facebook, find a spiritual group, find a spiritual mentor. I had to. When you're going through that, it's like parts of you are dying and it's so painful. You're purging and purging and purging all of this childhood trauma, past life trauma, adult trauma that you go through in life. And you're just purging it. We have the 9 of Wands. So this new beginning is because you are soul tired. This card right here is telling me that you are so tired, it is all the way down into your soul, into the very core of who you are. Your higher self is saying, it's time to get up. We got to be the fool. We got to go. It's hard to get through the dark night of the soul. A lot of people don't. So the Death card, transformation in home life with 4 of Wands. You want to be happy, you want to be stable, but you want to be able to do it as your true self, who you are. Not putting on a facade, not putting on a mask. Ask your family for help. Your mom, your dad, your brothers, your spouse, your kids, if they're grown. I don't know if little children can understand the dark night of the soul. You have to have a support group. If this is a relationship where you feel like you've had to kind of change who you are, or you feel like you've changed throughout the relationship and you can't be your true self anymore, it's coming up. It's coming up for the rest of this month, maybe into November. And there was a card in here that flipped over. Oh, there it is. You guys know how I am with my cards, right? And so with the 5 of Wands and Temperance, we have to have patience. This could be inner turmoil within you that you're like literally fighting with yourself and like, why is this happening to me? Or it could be fighting with somebody else within your home. And then we have the 2 of Cups. Marriages and relationships are wonderful to be in. A lot of people have been having problems in their relationships and marriages because they're not being who they truly are. They got married 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but they did it with a mask on. The Fool. A new beginning in love. A new beginning in relationships. A transformation in relationships. But you have to look within first, because you can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself. And an Aries that doesn't love themselves is really hurting. Like, that hurts me. Like, deep, deep, deep. It hurts me. You cannot offer somebody else love if you can't love yourself. So you have to find out who that self is. And maybe these could be your friends. There's so much fire on here now. It's like we got past this top part and fire came. You guys just showed up. You're like, this is my issue up here. This could be your support group, because these 2 people tell you how it is. And maybe you need to hear how it is right now. But you definitely want to be loved, and you want to be able to give love. And it's like you've been saving for a rainy day, maybe to go on a vacation with just yourself. Maybe you can move from a relationship. Whatever situation you are in, hiding behind work and hiding behind the material stuff, the facade of life, that's not going to bring you this really amazing opportunity that the universe is literally gifting you. It's time. It's time to think of Aries, because you haven't been thinking of Aries for a very long time. It's time. So I hope you guys have a really good October. Comment, like, subscribe. This is really wonderful. I really hope that some of you are going to start like giving to yourself instead of giving to everybody else. Shop talk really quick. Sorry, my mouth, you guys made my mouth really dry. Like I'm super anxious. The special for the readings, we talked about this in the general reading, but just to let you guys know, the prices are down below the box directly under the video. The prices that are shown there, those already have the special, the discounts on there. Some people were kind of confused, so I just want to make sure. Also, there's a link to my PayPal if you feel like you aren't ready for a reading, but you would like to donate to the channel to keep me moving along. That would be really great. You don't have to, don't feel like you're obligated, but it would be cool. So, yeah, have a really good October, and I will see you guys for your November reading. Bye.